Hello, welcome back. We're quickly coming to the end of this chapter. We're going to look at the process called completing the square. But in order to do that, we have to know how to create a perfect square trinomial. We got to know how to do that. So we have to create. Creating's fun, right? All you artistic people. Once we create it, then we have to recognize, and we talked about it before, how to quickly factor it. Okay. So to create a perfect square trinomial, you follow these four little steps, and they almost become automatic after a while. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take, we're using the same coefficients for A, B, and C, all right? We're going to take the coefficient B, and we're going to take half of it, divide it in half, okay? So B divided by 2, that's 4 over 2. That equals 2, right? Now we're going to square it. 2 squared, well, that equals 4. Then we're going to take 4, and we're going to add it to this original expression. So I get x squared plus 4x plus 4. This is a perfect square trinomial. That's the perfect square trinomial. Okay, that's the perfect square trinomial. So now we're going to factor it. So the first term is a perfect square. The last term is a perfect square. We made it that way. So now it's going to factor into x plus 2 squared. Notice a couple things. It is not a coincidence that this number and this number match. That'll happen every time. Also, it is not a coincidence that this sign and this sign match. That will happen every single time. Okay? Let's try another one. X squared plus 12x. Well, we're going to take b, we're going to take 12, and we're going to divide it by 2. That equals 6. Then we're going to take that value and we're going to square it, and that equals 36. Then we're going to take this value and we're going to add it to the original expression, and then we're going to factor it. X plus 6 squared. Just like that. This one is going to create a fraction, but it's not, don't worry about it because it's very easy to figure out how to do it, all right? So x squared plus 11x, take b, negative 11, and divide it in half. Just leave it as a fraction. It's the easiest way to do it. I know you freak out, but don't, all right? Then we're going to take it and we're going to square it. So negative 11 halves squared, that's 121 fourths. We're going to add it to the expression. X squared minus 11x plus 121 fourths. And who wants to factor that? We do, because it's so easy. It's going to be x minus 11 halves. Don't go minus a negative, just go x minus 11 halves, okay? And then square that. All right? Now, notice that a here is not 1. The technique that I just taught you only works when a is 1, so we have to force it to be that way. So we're going to rewrite this as x squared plus 5 halves x. We're just going to divide through by 2, okay? Whatever the a coefficient is. Then we're going to take 5 halves, and we're going to take half of it. So that's going to give us 5 fourths. Okay, that's b over 2 is 5 fourths. Now we're going to square it. Well, 5 fourths squared is equal to 25 sixteenths. Then I'm going to add it to the expression. It's the x squared plus 5 halves x plus 25 sixteenths. Looks messy, looks nasty, but what we're going to do is it's going to factor into x plus 5/4 squared. It's that easy. So go ahead and watch the full-blown process of completing the square now that you know how to complete a perfect square trinomial. Thanks for watching.